Hey guys, so yesterday, we started our new unit on civil disobedience, and today we're going to keep rolling with that. So yesterday we did an introductory activity, and you guys wrote in your journals on what, like an instance of injustice that you faced and how you responded to that, or how maybe you wish you responded to that. So today we're going to look at the Declaration of Independence, and we're going to look at what rights that affords Americans. And we're going to use that as we go forward and talk about a lot of other instances of civil disobedience and how that is rooted in one of the founding documents of the United States. What do you guys know? If you were an American citizen, what rights do you have? I know it's very basic, but it's going to springboard our discussion on specific rights. Which ones are just like come to mind?
Freedom of expression.
Yes. What else?
Speech. It's the same thing. Under it, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. What other things come to mind?
Right to bear arms.
That's one. Very
religion.
Religion. Okay. What about representation? What about the right to representation?
Do you mean like in government or?
Yes. So maybe that's one that we don't think about as like soon as the other ones, but it's one that was really important when this document was being founded and when the country was being founded. So, and it's one that we're going to talk about a lot with civil disobedience and how being represented by your government is something that was really wrapped up in that. So, I'm going to ask you guys to read this. You might be a little bit familiar with this so far. You might have already read it. But I want you guys, as you read, to really look at what rights do they really outline. So, of course, this isn't the only document where I've read part of all of the Constitution, but this is something that they were really outlining what the new nation was going to be about, what rights were they really concerned about. So as you read, underline anything that really you see as like this is outlining like evidence for a right that they wanted for the people that they were trying to free. And then I want you to also focus on the beginning and focus on the end. There's a lot in the middle about the charges that they're laying against the king, and so why they're declaring a new nation. And definitely read that part, but focus on the beginning and the end. And then I want you also to think about the responsibilities of citizens and circle any text that really shows that this is a responsibility. Okay. So I'm going to give you a sense of what kind of rights they are concerned about in this document. So just starting on the first page, is there anything that you underlined?
I underlined the unalienable rights, which he says are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And I underlined that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Keep going. These just especially stuck out to me because he's kind of saying these are just their rights endowed by God, so they shouldn't be denied these rights.
It's really important, like the endowed by God, because it's something that they saw as really important. And so I'm glad that you connected that with the, like, of course, that's the quote that everybody knows from the Declaration of Independence. The first thing that comes to your mind when you think of it. But the whole thing, connecting that to, what they saw as the force behind it. What else did you guys underline? Anything else on that page?
The line's close to it, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. I thought that also was kind of like a driving force behind like everything they're doing, because that's exactly what they're doing in this document, to be able to overthrow their current government.
Absolutely. And I like, if you keep reading that sentence, and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. And so that really goes right back into the rights that Rachel pointed out, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If those things aren't secure, then that is when you have the right to alter or abolish a form of government. Anything else you guys picked out on that page? One thing I noticed on there was deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. So of course, all these things we're talking about, you have the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And if you're not afforded those rights, then you have the right to alter or abolish it, because the government comes from the consent of the governed, of the citizens. Even before that, though, the first paragraph, the very last part, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes that which impels them to the separation. So they are declaring a new nation, but they do have responsibilities as someone who's declaring a new nation to they have to declare these causes and really be transparent about that. What else did you guys notice before it starts going into the listing the reasons? Is there anything else you noticed on the second page?
I just kind of underlined something that reiterates stuff that's brought up on the first page, but it is their right and it is their duty to throw off such government. So like right there, I underlined it because he's not only saying it's their right to throw off such a government, but it's like their responsibility.
Very good. And then if you keep reading that sentence, to provide new guards for their future security. So not only a duty to yourself, but to the future as well. So like that next line. Anything else in there? Anything else stand out to you? Circle the word necessity too in the next sentence, such as now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. They have no choice. They have to, because they see what's going on in their communities, and they have no choice but to alter that government so that it represents the people. So they have a lot of reasons that they want to leave Great Britain and start their own country. Do any of those stick out to you as like already surprising, or?
Yeah, one, I mean, it's not surprising, but it's infuriating. Is the last one that says,